Hey y'all, Bridget Bartlett here. I am the local business marketing, training, and support specialist with Builderall. Welcome to step 2 of the funnel challenge. In the last video, I showed you how to create a blueprint for the pages we're going to need to include in our upsell and downsell funnel. In this video, I'm going to give you an overview of the cheetah builder we're going to use and then get started building the pages of our funnel. So to do that, we need to access our Builderall back office. To access the cheetah app, we can simply click enter here. The first thing we need to do is create a new website. So we're just going to call this Upsell Funnel. Let's go ahead and just copy and paste that here. And we can choose a blank template. We can select a template that we already have in the gallery, or we can select a smart template. What we want to do today is create a blank template so that we can start creating the pages of the funnel that we need. So let's go ahead and click blank template. So you'll see once inside the builder, we already have one page created. That's the default home page. If you look at the top here, we can create a new page by clicking here. We can also publish our website by clicking the green publish button. If we want to edit the information in our Cheetah app profile, we can do that here. If we had multiple pages, we could click here to sort the pages in the order that we want them in, and then we would just click Save Sort. We could click here to create membership areas, and we're going to do that in our funnel, but I'm not going to explain that right now. I'll explain it later in the course. If we have the My Pages section highlighted, it'll show all of the pages that we have on our website here. We could click here to access our website overview and analytics, but since we have not published our website yet, there's no data to display. You can access the site settings here. So the title of our website is Upsell Funnel. You can change the title separator here. You can also change the address URL of our funnel. You can select which language you want your website to be in. You can also write a description here. You can toggle this switch on or off to add the Builderall affiliate button to your website. So if you want the watermark to be on the right, center, or left, you can choose that here. You can also choose the language of the link that you want it to share. You can toggle this switch on to enable the CRM and start collecting data on your website, or you can just toggle that off to keep it disabled. But I always recommend keeping that on. You can upload your own Favicon here, and a Favicon is simply the image at the top of the browser tab next to the website name. And you can choose any of the images you have or select File to upload a new one. Here is your SEO settings, so you can put any keywords you're trying to rank for here. You can add your meta tags here, robot, and add information here. If you need to add scripts, you can add that here. You can add your Facebook pixel in this box here and your Google Analytics code here in this box. You could click Save. Next, we have the global elements. A global element is any element that you want to be available on all the pages within your website. You could create pop-ups that will display at a specific time when they exit the page or as they're scrolling down. You can also create headers for each individual page or multiple pages. You could also create multiple headers for multiple different pages. The same thing with the footers here. If you are advertising to or in the European nations, you can click this button here to activate your GDPR settings. You can change the colors and positioning. You can change the text here. You can add additional text, and then you can even click here to activate button reset cookies and then change some settings here. Since I am in the United States and I am not advertising to the European nations, I'm not going to go too much into detail on this. We'll just unclick that button there. We also have a super checkout system. So if you are interested in selling items on your website or you want to create affiliate programs for your website, you can do that here. And we'll go more into detail later as we're creating our products to put in our upsell and downsell funnel. You can also create a blog here, which we're not going to talk about today, but it's definitely important to know that you do have that option. You can also select browser notifications. So if you want to enable your browser notifications, you can simply do that by clicking this button here. If you want to disable, you can do that here. If you want to send a notification within the browser, you can easily do that here. We'll just disable for now. And we also have our own booking app within the website builder. So we're going to go more into detail with this later on as we create our funnel, but for now, it's important to know where you can locate that. When we're ready to connect our domain, we can do that here simply by entering the domain name after we have changed the DNS settings, and you can click here to get more information on how to do that. Here we have a transfer option. So if you create your website for a client, you can transfer to their own account, or you can duplicate and transfer and keep a copy for yourself. You can also go to the sitemap here, which is a little bit more advanced, so I'm not going to go into detail about that. You can also go to the website here and back to home. So let's go back to My Pages, and let's start creating our pages for our upsell, downsell funnel. Now I have already put a list here so that we can stay organized, and I want to change the name of their very first page here to the registration page, lead magnet page. And this is so I can always remember while I'm creating the skeleton of the funnel, I want to remember which page is which. So it's really important at this stage to get really organized, because once you start designing your page and connecting everything, it's really important that you know which page is what, okay? So let's go ahead, and we just want to change the name from home to registration page lead magnet, and we can do that simply by clicking the three dots here and going to settings. Now we are controlling the settings of this specific page. So let's go ahead and we'll just highlight and Control V to paste. We do want this to be the home page, so we'll leave that at yes. If we did not, if we wanted another page to be the home page, we could just simply click not, but we'll keep this the home page. Let's go ahead and change the URL, except we have symbols in there that we need to get rid of. And we'll just go ahead and put all these words together. And let's go ahead and paste the name to the title of the page. If we wanted to add any descriptions, we could do that here. If we want to integrate our mailing boss key, we could do that here. If we want to add any tags to this page, here's where we would put that. Page scripts, we would just paste in this box here. We can access the SEO settings here, so we can add keywords that we want to rank for. Any meta tags. We can also redirect this page to another link. We could select this box if we did not want Google to index this page, meaning if we did not want it to be found through search engines, we could select that here. We could also choose a share image by selecting any of these images here and clicking save. So let's go ahead and we'll just use this as an example, and that would be our share image. You can connect any pop-ups that you've created here. And if we had pop-ups created, it would allow us to set the pop-ups to the action that we want it to take, the timing that we want it to display, and which pop-up we want it to select. But since we don't have any created, they do not show up in the menu. But it's important to know where you can change that. Again, if we had any headers selected, it would show up here, but we could select which header we wanted for this specific page here, and the same with the footer. So let's go ahead and click save. And now we have our very first page in our funnel. So we need to create page number 2. So let's go to our list, and we need to create the email confirmation page. Let's go ahead and copy. We'll click create page, go to the very top. Let's do Control V to paste, Control V to paste in the title. We can also do that for the description. We don't want to add an integration key or a tag reference. No page scripts for now. We can also select a template for this page. So we can choose blank template. We can choose any of the pages that we have created, or we can choose a page template that Builderall has in the gallery. Let's go ahead and just keep this a blank template. Again, we have the SEO settings, so we don't want to add any keywords, meta tags. We're not worried about redirecting the page for now. We'll go ahead and let the search engines index the page, so we'll keep that unchecked. And we won't add a share image for now. We'll just go ahead and click save. Now let's go ahead and add our next page. So we'll click create new page, go back up to general settings, and for this page, we want to create the front end sales page. So let's go ahead and we'll call this page front end sales page. We'll change the title, add that to the description. We won't worry about the integration key, tag references, or page scripts. Again, we're just going to use a blank template, and we could add keywords, meta tags, or redirect here. we're just going to go ahead and create this blank page. We're not going to worry about this now. We're going to go ahead and let the search engines index our page. We're not going to worry about share images right now. We're just going to click save. Now we need to go through and do the same exact thing for the rest of these funnels here. I'm going to go ahead and create them for you and speed up the video so we can move on to the next phase. So now that we have our pages created, let's go ahead and start editing our first page. So the first thing we need to do is click Edit Page. And like every website, we need to add a panel. So we'll go ahead and add a blank panel. And the first thing that I like to do to stay organized is to add a panel and text to every website. That way, when I actually enter the page to start editing and designing, I always have a very bold reminder of what page I'm working on. Believe it or not, that can actually get confusing. So let me go ahead. I'm going to just copy from our list here, registration page, and I'll go ahead and just move that over, and we can double click in the box and highlight and paste. So now we have the title of our first page. Let's go ahead and save. And that's fine. And let's go to the next page. So the first thing we need to do, add a panel. We'll add a blank panel to start. And since this is our email confirmation page, go ahead and get our list out here. Highlight email confirmation. We'll go ahead, move that over. Double click in the box, highlight, and Control V to paste. Let's go ahead and save. And we'll choose our next page from the drop-down menu here. So this will be our front-end sales page. Let's go ahead and select that. And we will add a panel. And let's go ahead and select our text here, front-end sales page. And we will copy and double-click in the box. And Control V to paste. So let's go ahead and save. And that's fine. So now that you've seen 3 pages created, let me go ahead and just speed through the process so we can move on to the next step. So now that we have an overview of the Cheetah Builder and our pages created, in the next video, I'm going to show you how to connect it to the email autoresponder so we can start collecting leads as soon as our funnel is published. So until then, go build it with Builderall.